Alexa PenaVega became known worldwide in 2001 at the age of 13 when she starred in the hit movie Spy Kids. She has since furthered her career in film, television, and on the Broadway stage. And this Christmas, her and her husband, Carlos PenaVega, have joined together to bring us a brand new holiday film called Get Him Back for Christmas.
You ready to ride?
This is amazing.
Well, hey.
Hi. Not gonna lie, this is not how I imagined seeing you again.
A blue Christmas for Bella? Will the name Bella Harlan still be on our radar a few months from now?
Matt, what is this? Sticky notes. All these notes represent a return ticket. We're gonna be okay. We'll sell tickets.
What we need next is an original song from you.
How many seats does your venue hold?
200? What?
Jack, let me join your set.
Wait, what? And in exchange, I help you write a song to get your ex back?
He's not my ex. And yes?
All right, well, joining me right now is Alexa PenaVega. Alexa, thank you so much for chatting with me today.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Of course. Listen, I was a Spy Kids fan, okay? So I am excited to chat.
I'll take it.
I absolutely love it. That's what I wanted to start with. I mean, you've been in the industry for quite a long time. Many viewers my age will remember you from the movie Spy Kids that you starred in when you were just 13. How did you get your start as an actress? Was it even before that?
Holy moly. I started when I was 4 years old.
Wow.
It was on a television series called The Evening Shade with Burt Reynolds and Mary Lou Henner way back in the day. And, you know, I was very fortunate to continue working. And then when I was 11, actually, is when I filmed the first Spy Kids.
Wow.
And, you know, we just did a whole bunch more after that. And nobody knew that Spy Kids was going to become what it did. I mean, you always hope for a successful film or television series.
Yeah.
But when it actually hits, it's a pretty unique and wild experience, especially as a kid, because we really are playing dress up for a living. I never took it. Like, I took it seriously because I showed up as a professional, even though I was a child.
Right.
But I guess we didn't have social media. I feel like we were in like the golden era of entertainment because we were still so protected on set and sheltered from all of that.
Yeah, and I just absolutely love that, to see that you're still in it. You're still making films. You're doing amazing things. You and your husband, obviously. Okay, I got to ask, though, how did you guys meet? Did you guys meet on set?
No, we actually met at Bible study.
Oh, my gosh. That's an even better answer. I love that.
So much better. It is so much better. You know, we were both kind of hitting separate lows in our lives. We had never met each other. And my best friend, Andrew, at the time, he was not my best friend. He was just, you know, a friend of mine. But he just kept saying, Alexa, I really feel like you need to come to Bible study. And it was his Bible study at his house. And he's like, I just think that, you know, it's time to dive in, kind of thing. And I eventually was like, okay, fine, you're right. And I showed up, and it happened to be my husband's first Bible study as well. And our whole relationship was truly built on a foundation of faith.
Oh my gosh, I absolutely love that. I was going to ask you about your faith. You know, did you grow up in a Christian home, or obviously was it that season of your life where you really began to surrender to Christ?
Yeah, I think, well, it's a little bit of both. My mom instilled Jesus in our hearts at a very, very young age. But it was kind of, I think, the typical, like, checking the box Christian. I didn't really understand what it meant to have a relationship with God. I didn't understand even who Holy Spirit was. That was just something we didn't talk about because that was kind of weird. Like, God, Jesus are okay, but like Holy Spirit, that's like the wackadoo thing to talk about. But that's just how I grew up. So I just didn't know it. And then around 13, we kind of just stopped going to church altogether. We were a big family, and it became kind of, unfortunately, I think this is what happens in, you know, Western culture. It becomes like a hassle or inconvenient. But I'd always craved this relationship with God, and I couldn't explain it, but I knew there was something more than what I was aware of. So I would continue to speak with him without understanding the depth of what there was. And when I was 16, I started driving myself to church, and it wasn't until my 20s when I started going to Bible study that a whole new world of what it looked like to truly follow the Lord. That's when everything was kind of unveiled for me. And And that's when I decided to dive in.
I love that. And I just have to give you and your husband props for just being so open about your faith. I think it's such a beautiful thing. You guys are starring alongside each other in a brand new movie, Get Him Back for Christmas, which you guys also produced. Just tell me all about this film.
Okay, so a little backstory. So I love working with my husband. We try to find as many projects to work together on as possible. And we were volunteering with the Salvation Army in Hawaii right after the fires. And they're so amazing. They do so much good in this world.
Yeah, they do.
But we were ringing the bells, and Carlos was like, "Babe, we have to tell this story. We have to tell a story about what Salvation Army does, how they help people. And I know there's a love story involved." So we just kind of started spitballing ideas, and we hired a writer, Great American Family, loved the idea. They allowed us the freedom to definitely kind of explore a little bit more on this film and create our vision that we had hoped for. So we're calling this an elevated Christmas movie.
I love that. And then in the film, there are actually special appearances from none other, the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders.
Yes.
You guys got Mario Lopez, Victoria Jackson, Natasha Bure, and I might say one of my favorites, Abby from Love on the Spectrum.
I know.
Amazing.
We were obsessed with that show. It's such a good show.
It is.
I also have to shout out Kevin Valdez, who plays Carlos's brother, because he is one of the film, and he is just so incredible. He's also on the spectrum. But I mean, so many people say like he's their favorite character, and he just steals.
No, it really was such a beautiful thing to see those characters in the movie, and then everyone else too. I think it was amazing. You've already talked about this, but another thing to note about the film is it has all original music, actually, which is written and produced by your husband, and you guys are singing. I mean, is there anything you guys can't do?
Listen, you know what? This is what we set out to do when we realized we wanted to make projects that we were really proud of and projects that were good for the entire family, that didn't lack in quality. We really struggled finding those out there. Everything would compromise our morals or values, and we didn't want to be a part of those projects, or they were really, really cheesy and just lacked quality. And we finally kind of looked at each other. We're like, we're going to have to do this ourselves, aren't we? And we want to do this the way we believe that families here today should be able to have access to good movies that don't compromise your values, that have the quality that these huge, big productions have.
Yeah.
We're going to have it ourselves. So that's what we set out to do.
And the music is so good. Honestly, I watched the movie. I felt myself singing the song. I still got to learn the words, but I was like humming the tunes, it was so good.
So Carlos has a new band called Angels and Kings. And between Carlos and his bandmate Alex, they're just so amazing, so collaborative. Alex scored the entire film. The two of them got together and did the 5 original songs for this movie, along with a few other writers. And they just did such a good job capturing the essence of Christmas, but then also just the lyrics are so powerful. They just really did such a good job.
They really did. They really did. One of the things I got to ask as well, and this is what you had mentioned, that you guys teamed up with Great American Family. What was it like working with them? And then also tell us more about the Great American Christmas Festival that's going on right now.
Okay, so Great American Family, we absolutely love them. I always say that we kind of slid in by accident because we did Mr. Manhattan, which is a PureFlix film last year that we were really, really happy with. And Great American Family and PureFlix have now partnered.
Yes.
So it's great because we're now part of the Great American Family. And I just love it because they understand family values. They understand wanting to just keep content out there that's safe for everybody. And I love that they want to grow and create really high quality content and kind of branch out to reach an even younger audience. So that was kind of our goal with this movie. Now, the Christmas festival, unfortunately, we will not be there. But if you happen to be in the area or nearby, please go stop by. Mario and his wife will be there. And I think their Christmas movie aired last week.
Oh, that's amazing. It sounds like so much fun. Seriously, I love it. Well, Alexa, thank you so much for chatting with us today. You did such an incredible job in the film, you and your husband, the whole cast. The movie is so cute. So thank you so much for talking with us.
Thank you for having me. God bless you guys.
Yes, God bless you. And everyone at home watching, make sure you watch Get Him Back for Christmas. It's available to watch right now. Plus, the Great American Family Christmas Festival is happening now through December 22nd. Check thegreatamericanfamily.com on how you can watch the film and get tickets for the Christmas festival.